Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4Ds Land 4x4 Adventures. Bit not sure where to put this one, but it's to do with the Toyota Land Cruiser LC 120 rear doors. They can drop a bit, and yeah, you can go and replace hinges or bushes and whatever, and they can wear again and all that. But we see vehicles with 400,000 Ks, and for many years we've been doing things like putting washers in there. That's a bit of a pain to do that. Pete's had a go at this one himself and on his own. So there's the problem, right? When you're on your own, you need a hand with this job. So Kaon have made these shims because I said, hey, it'd be really good if we could just loosen these bolts off rather than take them right out and put washers and have to find the right size washers and drill out the holes, because you need at least a 13mm hole in the middle. Anyway, it's a drama. So guess what? Kaon did that, and there's these shims you can buy, kaon.com.au, right? In Australia, Australian made and all that. And they work really well, but you need two people. So what it looks like, you can see a bit of this and whatever, but see that one's not even in probably. It might even be cross-threaded, so not ideal. We might not be able to sort this one out 100%, but we're gonna, because you know, really to do that, we might have to fix that properly. If that's cross-threaded, it could be a matter of actually taking the door off, which means disconnecting a lot of wires and to be able to get in there and re-tap that successfully, because you know you can see the, but what we're going to do, we're going to take it out at the moment, we're going to suss out the situation, we're going to try and get these two shims in, because I reckon this door's going to need at least two shims, but it's a two-person job, so don't try and do it on your own, because you could end up obviously having a bit of trouble like this. The vehicle's here for a vehicle inspection, and never been here before, and we're going to just try and quickly sort out this for him anyway. But if you attempt this little repair, just a short video for you, get a helper. You need someone to be at this end of the door here, supporting the weight of the door, or you can use a jack and a block of wood and everything. But look, to be quite honest, I would use a second person, because you've got the movement of the door and it could fall off the jack, and you need to have someone that can take the weight of the door and feel it kind of at the right height, so that there's no pressure on the threads when you're putting the bolts back in, if you happen to take them all the way out. But you only need to loosen them a couple of turns so that they can't get cross-threaded. But look, let's have a look in here and see what we found. So far, you can see this one. We've been using how long this bar is, right? So there's the spanner with the bar to get it undone out to there, which is not good, because this now, if you lift the door and take the weight off, it'll turn by hand. So we've got one good one, one bad one. So ideally what needs to happen, ideally, right, and not everything's going to be ideal, we need a new bolt and to re-tap the thread in here, including removing the door, which is a big job. But you know, I'm value for money, and once we do this, it probably never needs to be undone again, so we can sort it out temporarily and keep it in mind for next time. So what we're going to do is, we've loosened that one enough. We're not going to try and take it out and put it in again, we've decided, because we're not equipped with spare bolts and time to take the door off and sort it out. We don't really want to send it away with one bolt. The bottom one's good, and I'm confident that, you know, Toyota over-engineering, the bottom one's probably enough, but we're going to have the bottom one and most likely the top one, even though it's cross-threaded. So we're just going to loosen this bottom one off a bit more, slip probably two of these shims in, and you can order them. I think they come as a kit with two, but you can order, you know, 2 or 3, so you've got extras if you need it. You're only going to need them at the bottom. You don't need to touch the top. And this is the quick, easy way to fix it, but as long as you follow the simple procedure and have a helper to do this, right? Because if you don't, it can get messy, right? But we're going to sort it out. There it is. I can tell you, just as a reminder, the door is very heavy, and it took quite a bit of lifting pressure to get the door up enough to get the shims in position. There's 2 shims in there now. The bottom bolt done up beautifully, and the top one, I can feel that it's cross-threaded, but you can see it's nice and flush now. It did actually pull in nicely, and I felt it get tighter, and it didn't pull the threads. So although we know it's NQR, not quite right, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to waste anyone's time or money doing any further repairs. Now it's time to close the door and bring it in, see if it worked. Sounds good to me. You want to hear that again? Bloody beautiful. We're going to have a closer look at that. All right, let's get down here and have a look. See the alignment, how it's brought the door up, and the striker's now in the middle. And then this is what takes the weight of the door. This one could actually do with one more shim, but you know what? I'm happy with that. Shuts easy and it's nice and quiet. Happy days. All right, we'll finish that video up. Peter said that's a bada bing, and I said actually it's a bada bing, bada boom. So subscribe, turn the bell on, and if you liked it, hit the like button. And if you missed the message, kaon.com.au for those shims. There's 2 in there. This one could probably do with a 3rd, but then it could be too much. The last thing you want is it pushing up too much. So if you need to make a selection, whether it's high or low, slightly low is probably better than too high. All right, catch you on the next one. See ya. And now that we're happy with that, we thought we'd add this on the end. And he said, oh, how do you like the table? So this, Australian made and owned, right? Quality stainless steel table. I reckon it's great value for money. I said, but have you got the cage? And I looked at him and mate, I don't know if he was trying to pull a Swifty, but so I open up the table and there he is. The cage is absolutely awesome for that loose rope thing. Just get rid of that and put the cage on there. Once again, kaon.com.au, they just listen. The table's awesome. Happy days. That's definitely it. We're out of here. See ya.